Okay, so we're going to go over our mole to mass practice worksheet number 2 that you had for homework. The first one, how many moles are in 15 grams of lithium? Okay, so we start with 15 grams. We're going grams to moles, so we use molar mass, and we get 2.2 moles. So if there's one that you guys don't have the same answer and you have a question, then just ask. What don't you get? You got it right. And you knew how to do the lab today. You're fine. You're fine, I promise. How many grams are in 2.4 moles of sulfur? So if you start with 2.4 moles of sulfur, I mean, that has to be your starting point because that's what's given the problem, right? Then, Hannah, that tells you, oh, okay, there's moles there. I'm going to go to grams. That means I have to use molar mass. And so moles has to go on the bottom. So they cancel. And so I get 77 grams of sulfur. And it should have 2 sig figs. We will ease back into the sig figs. It's not the end of the world if you're not getting those right away. All right, next one. We are converting grams to moles of phosphorus. So you should get 0.074 moles of phosphorus. The next one, we're going from grams of argon to moles of argon. So you should get 0.55 moles of argon. Number 5, going from moles to mass. And so the mass has to be on the top here. So we end up with grams. And it's 2,140 grams of magnesium. Number 6, you should get 619 moles of chromium. Number 7, you should get either, you could write it 17,800 or 1.78 times 10 to the 4th grams of arsenic. And number 8, you should get 0.24 moles of calcium. Questions on any of those?
When we write the answer out, do you want us to put like whatever, like 619 like grams of whatever it is?
It's better if you write the whole thing out. I mean, right now it doesn't seem like it matters because I mean that's the only thing going on in the problem. But as we find ourselves having more and more complex problems and we do something called stoichiometry, where you might have an answer that's moles and it might be something that's in a chemical equation. So it's moles of what? Moles of which one? So it's good to get in the habit of writing down the whole thing now. Okay, that's a good question. All right, now for the molar masses, remember we just added up all of the masses of all the atoms that are in the formula. And number 9 should be 40.00 grams per mole. We're always going to report it to 2 decimal places, I mean. Number 12, 98.00 grams per mole. Number 10 is 18.02 grams per mole. I guess it went this way. 11 down here is 95.21 grams per mole. I already gave 12. 13 is 662.60 grams per mole. And 14 is 132.16 grams per mole. Questions on any of those? You will get so good at finding the molar mass of stuff, you'll be able to do it in your sleep because you'll do it all the time. Okay, turn to the back page. So the only difference between the first part of the problem set and this is that now we're doing conversions with formulas. And so you got to add up the formula for the molar mass first and then do your problem. So for 15, you should get 190 grams of sodium fluoride. 16, 1.26 moles of aluminum hydroxide. Number 17 is 5 grams of beryllium iodide. And there's only 1 sig fig because 0.02 only has 1 sig fig. 18 is 868 grams of manganese 7 sulfate. That was a big formula. So chances are, if you didn't get that one correct, you probably added up the molar mass wrong. Because the bigger the molar mass gets, the easier it is to make a silly mistake when you add it all up. 19, 0.70 Moles. Looks like I forgot to write moles in there. Moles of copper 2 hydroxide. Number 20, 7.0 times 10 to the 4th moles of ammonia. 21, 0.064 grams of calcium phos. Ooh, that's wrong. That's not calcium phosphate. This is calcium phosphite. But I assume everybody did it using the formula there, but that's phosphite. 0.064. And the last one, 22, you should have gotten 5.7 times 10 to the negative 9th moles of silicon dioxide. How are we feeling? Good? Not bad. Well, we're going to learn a new thing. Well, it's not really a new thing. We're just going to learn, we're going to talk about this step right here. And then the practice that you have has some of the old ones and some of the new ones. Okay, so I think you'll be all right. Mistakes that were made. What kind of mistakes did we make? Like on the ones you missed, are you messing up, like adding up the molar mass? Are you flipping the conversions?
I think it's either the molar mass or just typing it into my calculator.
Okay. Well, I guess if your work, and I will post this key on Google Classroom, but if the work matches up and your answer is not right, then it's probably a calculator thing. Okay, so that's it for this particular practice. Stop the video.